Good morning everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Sakshi and in this session we are about to discuss the daily current affairs as on 24th July 2020. So before beginning, as I always tell you, if you're preparing for defense examinations sitting back home, SSB Crack is best for you. It is a one-stop solution for all the major defense related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army. For more details, you can always visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you'll find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. For defense updates and notification, do follow us on our social media platforms Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram. Do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. You can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So guys, let's start with the question of the day. So in the yesterday's session, I asked you what is Enhanced Assess and Service Excellence, which is also known as EASE. So this is a PSP reform basically. And this particular agenda, that is EASE agenda, it is a common reform for PSB, which is aimed at institutionalizing clean and smart banking. It was launched in the year 2018, January 2018. So talking about EASE, up till now, 3 editions of the program have been launched. EASE 1.0, EASE 2.0 and EASE 3.0. And EASE 2.0 was built in the foundation led by EASE 1.0, and further EASE 3.0 was launched in the February, and it was basically for the tech-enabled banking. So under this EASE 3.0, the government has aimed to focus on digitalization of the public sector bank, PSBs, and the digitalization will happen amongst the themes that will include responsible banking, PSB as Udyami Mitra, customer responsiveness, credit takeoff, and deep financial inclusions, right? So EASE is basically a digitalization reforms. Furthermore, EASE 3.0 reforms agenda, it includes the facilities like Palm banking. This is basic and most important, Palm banking, and this is for the end-to-end digital delivery of financial services. Second one is banking on go. This will be like banking on go via EASE banking outlets at frequently visited spots like malls, stations, complexes and campuses. Now talking about EASE 2.0, the government has proposed pushing liquidity in the public sector banks. It had reconstituted the management committee and it does the possible mergers among the ideal partners in the Indian banking sector that we saw, right? So this is all about the Enhanced Assess and Service Excellence. So guys, let's start with the first article that we have today. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the water supply project in Manipur. So Prime Minister has laid the foundation stone for the water supply project in Manipur through video conference, of course. And this water supply project is to provide the water connection to all the household in the state. This will be under Jal Jeevan Mission, right? So under this, the main objective, the main purpose of the government and the project is to provide fresh water household tap connections, and that are to be provided to around 2.80 lakh households in the states that are outside the ambit of Jal Jeevan Mission by the central government. So what is the total cost of the project? It is 3,000 crore and it will reduce the water problems of the state and would especially provide huge relief to the women in the state. So now when we talk about the Jal Jeevan Mission, the tap connections under Jal Jeevan Mission are funded by New Development Bank. If you have seen my previous sessions, we have discussed this particular thing, right? So it is funded by New Development Bank, Jal Jeevan Mission, and under this project, it is about to cover Greater Imphal planning area and around 25 towns and 1,731 rural habitations in 16 districts of Manipur state. So guys, this is all about the water supply project in Manipur. Let's move ahead with the next article that we have. So now, as per the High Court, country of origin on the products are mandatory for e-commerce platforms, which means now e-commerce platforms will have to declare the country of origin of the particular product on their website also. So the central government has told by an affidavit to Delhi High Court that all the e-commerce entities must ensure the mandatory declaration of country of origin to import products sold on their website. So there's a provision for declaring the country of origin on e-commerce website under Legal Metrology Packaged Community Rules 2011. Also, we have discussed in the Consumer Protection Act 2019, which came into effect just recently and we discussed too. And under this particular act also, it mandates to display the country of origin by e-commerce entities. So now what are the major concerns and major issues that are faced by the e-commerce marketplaces? The first thing is most of the e-commerce website, they are marketplace based. They are marketplace based e-commerce model. Most of the sites functions as this. So what they do, they only act as intermediary. They only provide information and connect the customer to the third party. And also they say the data field is filled by seller only. That means the country of origin part is filled by seller only. Also in many cases, finished goods sourced from different countries are packed together or assembled in the third country prior to their shipment to India. So these are all the concerns which are faced by the e-commerce companies. But now this is to be remembered that the country of origin is now mandatory for the e-commerce platform now. Now moving ahead to the next article, N95 marks is in news. So as per government recently, N95 marks with valve respirators, this is valve respirator, right? They do not prevent the virus from spreading out. And government says they are detrimental to the measures adopted by its containment. So government warned the use of N95 masks. Also, when we look into the past, in May, San Francisco Department of Public Health has also warned the inappropriate uses of N95 masks. So what are N95 masks? They are mostly worn by healthcare workers and they are known to offer highest level of protection against the airborne infections. These masks have filter and that thing can filter about 95% of particles smaller than 300 nanometers. But when we talk about SARS-CoV-2, the virus that caused the COVID-19 has a size range of 65 to 95 nm. This is the major concern. Now what is the function of valve? So this particular valve, it basically filters the air inhaled by the person and blocks the entry of pathogens suspended in the air. So the valve allows easier exhalation than transitional masks and they prevent humidity, reduce the heat and carbon dioxide buildup inside the masks. But the major issue with these masks are this is one-way valve. That means it only protects the persons wearing it and doesn't filter the aerosols coming out. Okay, it doesn't filter the aerosols coming out. Now, hence, a symptomatic carrier of the virus, he can easily spread the infection to others when valve release the unfiltered exhaled air in immediate surroundings. Thus, in a closed area, people around the carrier have a higher risk of potential exposure to the virus. So this is all the concerns relating to the N95 masks. So government has issued the advisory to not to use this masks. Instead of that, government is appreciating people to use the mask made of clothes. Now moving ahead to the next article, Turkmenistan got the observer status in WTO. So Turkmenistan, it became the 25th country who was granted the observer status in World Trade Organization. Also, Turkmenistan became the last former Soviet republic to establish formal ties with the trade body. Okay, so in the quest of becoming the observer, India also supported Turkmenistan as an observer of WTO. Now, what is the important takeaways from this? First of all, Turkmenistan, it is a Central Asian country and it filled the request to become the observer in the WTO in May 2020. Now, talking about WTO, World Trade Organization, it has 164 countries and 25 observer nations. The headquarters of WTO is in Geneva, Switzerland. Now, moving ahead to the next article, United Nations General Assembly is about to go virtual for the first time in the 75 years of its history. So, as you know, the world is facing the pandemic. Henceforth, United Nations General Assembly, for the first time, it will go virtual. And under this, they've decided that the pre-recorded statements of world leaders are to be aired and that will be played out in the United Nations General Assembly session. So, each country has been allotted 15 minutes during the session. The major events that UN General Assembly is about to host, they are Biodiversity Summit, 4th World Conference on Women, International Day for Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons, that will be happening on 2nd October, and the Climate Week. These are the major events that are about to happen during the United Nations General Assembly session. Now, I'll be telling you the current COVID-19 situation in India as per 23rd July 2020. So, the active cases have reached to 4,26,167. The cured cases have reached to 7,82,606. The deaths have reached to 29,861. Now, guys, let's revise this session with the questions. I'll be asking you the questions. Try to answer these questions. Now, the first question is the tap connection under Jal Jeevan Mission are funded by. So, these are funded by New Development Bank. So, now, next question is which of the following country is the last former Soviet republic to establish formal ties with WTO? So, the correct answer is Turkmenistan. Now, moving ahead to the next question, where is the headquarter of WTO? So, the correct answer for this is Geneva. Now, next question is the size range of SARS-CoV-2 virus, that is coronavirus, is. The correct answer is 65 to 125 nm. Okay. Now, the question for you is where does Dibru-Saikhowa National Park is located? So, I am asking you the location because this particular national park, which is also a biosphere, it is in news since several days. Try to answer this question in the comment section. We'll discuss everything related to this particular national park because now it is important and you'll see question from this park definitely. So I'll discuss everything in the next session. Till then, you will have to stay tuned. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.